I'm waiting to watch you. I don't know what happens now.
I'm all confused. I've got the news wrong at every juncture since I sat down at 7 o'clock.
I know. I can see Alice is there chomping at the bit.
Who presses what now?
I don't know. Why don't you press? You normally press something, so I'm going to suggest that you press something.
I'll press something.
Go on. Let's see what happens.
All right, then. Over to you. I'll press this, and then it's yours.
Then what do I do, though? Let's freestyle. Let's see what happens.
On FM,
Freeview, digital radio,
and online.
your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
I like finishing the show with Over to you.
OK. And then it stops. So I'm going to just suggest we get the news from Alice.
Good morning. At least 8 people have been killed by a huge cyclone which hit the South Pacific island of Vanuatu early this morning. Many more are unaccounted for. Weather forecasters say it's one of the most powerful storms ever recorded in the region, with winds of more than 200 miles an hour. Chloe Morrison, a charity worker on the islands, describes the aftermath.
It is an absolute catastrophic sight. It is heartbreaking to see just villages literally picked up and blown away. Trees across the road, they're piled up so you can barely see. Power lines are hanging, roofs are missing, buildings are flattened.
A police search is underway for up to 4 men who were in a car which drove at a crowd in West Bromwich, leaving a teenage girl with spinal injuries. Officers say they think 3 or 4 Asian men who'd been involved in an earlier disturbance in the Oakdale Social Club were in the car at the time. It happened after 11 o'clock at night back on the 20th of February. The 18-year-old injured since been released from hospital. The best friend of the 3 East London schoolgirls who ran away to Syria last month has been named as Sharmina Begum. She travelled to the region in December to join the Islamic State militant group. Her fathers told the Daily Mail she became very devout after her mother died in January last year. Last night's comic relief raised more than £75 million, the highest total ever reached at the end of a Red Nose Day. The charity's now secured more than £1 billion since its launch 30 years ago. And Ed Miliband will unveil the Labour Party's election pledge card at the ICC in Birmingham today. The Labour leader's promising to cut energy companies' prices by the end of the year if they win power. Dr Matt Cole's a lecturer in politics at the King Edward VI College in Stourbridge. He says it's a tactical decision to make the announcement here.
He wants to win seats like Wolverhampton South West, Halesowen and Rowley Regis, Dudley South, in order to get himself back into government with an overall majority. And he's going to be playing on the concerns about individual voters as to whether they're really feeling the impact of the recovery.
Your sport in the West Midlands.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Aston Villa visit Sunderland for an important match in the Premier League relegation battle. The teams fill the 2 places immediately above the relegation zone at the moment. That's live on BBC WM 95.6. The next challenge on Albion's push for survival is a home game with Tony Pulis' former club Stoke City. Wolves continue their chase for a playoff place in the Championship when they visit Brighton this afternoon. Both of those matches are on our DAB services. Birmingham City tried to complete the double over Huddersfield Town at St Andrews. Victory for Blues would pretty much secure their championship future for next season. Boss Gary Rowett says their December win over the Terriers was hard earned.
Up at their place, it was a difficult game. First half, I think they were maybe slightly a better team. I think second half we ended up, if I remember, we changed our midfield tactically and we pressed them higher up the pitch and we played really, really well second half and probably just about deserved the win in the end.
Walsall's players have plenty at stake at home to MK Dons this afternoon, with manager Dean Smith looking to finalise his plans for next weekend's historic trip to Wembley. A look at the weather: cloudy today with a chance of an isolated shower, highs of 8 Celsius, 46 Fahrenheit. Tonight, cold with a few clearer spells, lows of 1 Celsius, 34 Fahrenheit. And tomorrow is looking cloudy again, but it should stay mostly dry, highs of 8 Celsius, 46 Fahrenheit. That's the news and sport for the West Midlands. It's 4 minutes past 10.
Saturdays with Iain Lee.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
Thank you, Molly. Morning, Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. You see, that's what it was for. Busy show this morning, as always. Well, you can call in about any old, what do they call it? Oh, yeah, tosh. The thing, I saw... I just went out to a well-known tax-avoiding coffee chain to buy a coffee, okay? Then these two massive builders came in. They were Irish, and I don't know why. That kind of feels important to me. It's probably not. And they said to each other, oh, what are you going to have? And one of them says, I'll have a coffee. I won't do the accent, that would be offensive. I'm going to have a coffee. And then the other one says, I'm going to have a hot chocolate. A hot chocolate? Hot chocolate is a kid's drink, isn't it? It's not an adult's drink. Grown adults can't drink the hot chocolate. 03453 009956. Let's get rid of this sick filth where hot chocolate is an appropriate drink for grown-ups to be supping at 9:30 in the morning it was. I'm very suspicious of anybody who would drink something like... I'm allergic to hot chocolate, by the way. It doesn't make me swell. It makes me nauseous, dizzy, sweaty and very, very grumpy. 03453 009956. It's a hot chocolate special. And you can call in about anything else you want as well. Yesterday, Ranjit came up with something good. It's only been 2 years. A list of rip-offs, please. We all accept that Valentine's Day is a rip-off. So is Mother's Day, isn't it? Other rip-offs, please. 03453 009956. And, of course, anything else you fancy having a chat about.
The
03453 009956. Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. I'll be honest. There's not a lot in the papers, and I'm so bored of, what's that fat old man's name? Oh yeah, Jeremy Clarkson. Yawn. Boring Clarkson. He's playing us all for suckers. Can't you see that? Don't you see that, Ranjit? He's playing us all for suckers.
Yes.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
Mr. Spock died, didn't he?
What?
Mr. Spock died last week, didn't he?
Yeah, I know, mate. I know.
Yeah, but today my live support systems are at a...
Hang on, this is who you're talking about.
Listen.
Hang on.
Living on free food tickets, water in the milk from the hole in the roof where the rain came through.
That's one of
what can you do?
One of the world's greatest talents when Leonard Moy passed away. Here we go.
Yeah.
Tears.
Get ready for the chorus, Ranjit, because we're going to join in with Miss. Yes.
I can't today.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
Why not?
I'm feeling very fragile today.
Well, hang on a second. Here we go. Let me sing to you. Here we go.
Because she's living in the love of the common people.
Starved by the judge of the family man. The liver's gonna buy her a cream to cling to. The mama's gonna love her just as much as she can. She can. There we go, Ranjit. What would you like to say?
What? You know those guys that were drinking hot chocolate?
Oh, there was a builder this morning ordering hot chocolate. Big, massive, muscular fella ordering hot chocolate. It was disgusting.
There you are, those beefy guys, yeah?
They make me want to
They had a
puke.
night out on the town last night, like I did.
Oh, Ranjit, you went out on the town. What did you get up to, mate?
I went to a party last night.
Oh, and what kind of party was it? Swingers?
The 21st birthday
Swingers?
party.
Was
And
it?
you
Was it?
know what?
Was it swingers?
No swingers.
Were you swinging?
Family party, man. I'm a family man.
Okay, all right. Oh, hey. He's gonna buy you a dream to cling to. Your mama's gonna love you just as much as she can. And she can.
Now go on. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm listening,
They were
Ranjit. Just get to the
probably
interesting
drinking hot
point.
chocolate,
Yeah.
Because they probably had a bad hangover or something.
A hot chocolate is not going to cure a hangover, mate.
Well, what?
Do you know what the cure for a hangover is?
What? Tell me.
And I haven't had a drink for 10.5 years, boys, but this works, okay?
Yeah, go on.
You go to McDonald's, you go to the Insane Clown, you buy the hash browns, you buy the chips, so you got your salt, and then you have a giant Coke.
Yeah.
You got your salt, you got your sugar, you got your fluids.
Yeah.
Boom, you're back in the room.
No, you're not.
You can go back out there and start again.
Listen,
Honestly, it works.
I'm going to put some kebabs on, yeah?
Oh.
When the kebabs are cooking, I'm going to have a kebab.
So thanks for calling, Ranjit.
She can. Oh yeah, you're living in the love of the common people. Smiles in the heart of the family man.
We can do that. I have no drink for years. It's It's a tried and tested phone-in formula, though. But let's be honest, there ain't nothing in the papers. Well, there's a few things, but there's not a lot. Your hangover cures, Dave.
I haven't got a hangover.
No. Well, what did you do to cure yourself of it then?
I don't get hangovers.
Tough guy,
I
huh?
don't drink.
Tough guy, huh? What's going on there?
What's going on?
What's that noise?
Oh, it's the mobile. I'm just going to kill it.
But what?
I've just killed it.
That's the campest ring I've ever heard in my life.
Oh well, it's only a.
Are you presenting a mid-morning television programme on satellite TV? What is that?
I don't know. It was just the ring that was on there.
Well, change it to Crazy Frog or something.
Yeah, I will do.
Yeah,
I've got that. The frog on the motorbike.
He's funny, that frog, isn't he? What's he doing now? Do that again, Dave. Go on, do that again.
That's what it sounds like. That crazy
Flipping
frog.
it. I heard the Crazy Frog ended up as a drug addict.
Well,
I don't know. I don't want to. If that's not true, and I apologise, but let's just say he was a big star and then he disappeared.
Anyway,
Dave,
they want to get rid of Mr. Clarkson.
Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants to talk about Clarkson. I thought we said we were. Listen, I've got to do the travel.
Was that stronghold any good to you?
It was. Oh, flipping. Dave. Yes. Well, yes. Stay there. Blimey. Oh, 03453 009956. I thought we were going to do... He doesn't look like his... Dave popped up to WM yesterday to give me some flea stuff for my cat. He don't look like he sounds, does he? Because he looks like a relatively sane young man, but you hear his voice, he sounds like he's 96. Dave, stay there. I'll come to you after this.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Gave me the fright of my life there. Let's get the travel. Here's Nina.
Looking good if you're heading out on the motorways. I can't see anything to worry about on the M6. The M42's moving well north and south. M5 roadworks do continue at junction 4, but it doesn't seem to be slowing things down at all. In Moseley, Wake Green Road, partially blocked off an accident at Yardley Wood Road. And if you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel now 330 123 3550.
We realise that I think we've got our head around that we're in a relegation battle.
Today, it's 3 live commentaries at 3. On FM, here's Sunderland versus Villa.
We need to pick up points. This game is hugely important.
Shoot! Scott Sinclair scores!
On DAB in the Black Country and Freeview Channel 722, Brighton against Wolves.
You know, at the moment, we have a chance. We're after one of those 3 promotion places.
And on DAB across Birmingham, it's the Baggies against Stoke City.
Berahino nods in from close range!
Join BBC WM for all the breaking team news and action today from 2.
On BBC WM 95.6.
David?
Yeah.
Are you a man...
Don't call me that.
Sorry?
Don't call me that.
Sorry. Davey?
That'll do.
Are you a man of faith?
Yes.
Yeah. You love God?
I believe in God, yeah.
Do you like Mexico?
No.
Do you like Mexican music, specifically Tijuana?
Some of it's all right.
OK, well, how about this? You're going to dig this. I've got an album, Hymns, Tijuana style. You want some?
Go on, then.
Here it comes. Here it goes. Yeah? You digging that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
That's mean, that is, ain't it?
There we go, Dave. You've got a theme tune. In fact, that's what we're doing this morning. You spilt drinks again. You do that every week, Marky Mark. We're giving away theme tunes to our callers. That's what we're doing. Phone up and nominate your theme tune, please. Yours is this, Dave. It's the Battle Hymn of the Republic done Tijuana style.
Well, I've got one for Ranges.
Oh, yeah?
Molly Malone, she walked down all about her flogging cockles and mussels, isn't it?
I was thinking for Angie, what would be more appropriate is Joe Dolce, Shut Up Your Face. Oh, no. By the way, can I just say, Birmingham, you've got the best kept secret of all time.
What's that?
The Discovery Record Shop, just round the corner from here. I was there.
That's no secret.
Well, I didn't know about it. It's a secret from me. You kept it a secret from the outside. I was there for an hour yesterday. They gave me tea and cake, and I spent an absolute fortune.
Oh, well, it's got all the stuff that nobody else has got.
Oh, it's brilliant in there. Thumbs up to the gentleman. I think Liam, and I've forgotten the other guy's name, but... Anyway, Dave, Clarkson. We were going to make it a Clarkson-free zone this morning, but go on. What have you got?
Get rid of him and get Vicky Butler-Henderson on there
Hey,
again.
Vicky Butler-Henderson. The V, the B, and indeed the H. I have met Vicky Butler-Henderson many times. She's got the eyes that you could dive into and swim around at midnight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, not literally. That would be eared. But she's got amazing eyes.
I've seen her on the telly. I've never met her.
There we go, Dave. 03453 009956. Oh, man alive. We're giving away your theme tunes today. So Dave has got the Battle Hymn of the Republic, Tijuana style. What would you like? 03453 009956. Stay there, Trevor. Come to you after this.
There she stood in the street, smiling from her head to her feet. I said, hey, what is this? Now, baby, maybe she's in need of a kiss. I said, hey, what's your name, baby? Maybe we can see things the same. tell you now. I took her home to my place, watching every move on her face. She said, look, what's your game, baby? Are you trying to put me in shame? I said, slow, don't go so fast. Don't you think that love can last? She said, love, Lord above. Now you're trying to trick me in love. All right now, baby, it's all right now. All right now, baby, it's all right now.
Morning. Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. Daz Hale, who's on at midday, has brought his young daughter with him to work, and it's always a pleasure to see her. But. Why is she not making cups of tea? I don't know what's going on. She's a young girl. Whenever I was taken into my dad's place of work as a youngster, which by coincidence was the BBC, I would be made to work. I would be making cups of tea, I would be scrubbing the floor, or I'd be dressing up and appearing as a Dalek in Doctor Who. She's just sitting around there doing her homework. It's broken Britain, Trevor.
What did your dad used to do for the BBC then?
He used to. He worked in the props department for the BBC. So my playground.
Oh yeah, I bet you had a bloody banner at all.
My playground as a child was BBC Television Centre, the props department. I got to play in the TARDIS. I got to play in the Dalek. I got to hang out with Big Ted and Humpty. It was brilliant.
What did you do with little Ted, though?
Wouldn't you like to? I tell you what, my dad did though. My dad was a bit of a dodgepot, right? There's no denying that. And he one day. We lived on a council estate in Slough, right? And we had a lock-up garage around the corner. And one day, my dad, all mysterious, I was 5, so 1978. He said, "Right, you and your sister come round to the lock-up. I've got something to show you." "What are you going to show us?" No. Come to the garage. I've got something to show you. But be warned, it's very, very scary. Okay. So slowly, we went round the corner to the lock-up garage. A row of garages, 12 of them. He went to ours, second from the end. He unlocked it. He said, "Brace yourself, kids. This is going to be terrifying." He opened the garage door. He walked into the inky blackness. My sister and I stood there, frozen. Then suddenly, out of the darkness, a flipping Dalek came out, Trev. He'd nicked a Dalek.
Never.
He nicked it. I've got a brilliant picture of me and my sister in the 70s.
He didn't get that out of his lunchbox, did he?
No, he didn't. He borrowed.
Or a bit at a time.
He borrowed.
Like Johnny Cash song.
Like exactly, or The Great Escape with the dirt in his trousers. No, he borrowed a transit van. He put a Dalek in the back. In the middle of the night, he got the Dalek out of there on his own into a lockup. We had a Dalek for the weekend. We spent the whole weekend, me and my sister, sat.
You had to take it back.
You had to take it back, but we were sat in the Dalek, and he pushed us around a council estate on Slough. Exterminate! It was flipping. There's a phone in, guys. What has your dad nicked? What has your dad nicked? 03453 009956.
I don't think my old man's nicked anything, to be honest.
Come on, it was the 60s and the 70s. Those guys were nicking everything.
He probably picked some work tools from the council when he worked for the
There
council.
you go. In the 60s and 70s, dads were nicking.
Borrowed them, let's put it like that.
What have you got for us, Trevor? What are you called in for?
Well, you was up for theme tunes, weren't you? Well, I'm a bit of a dog man. I like dogs, so I thought I'd possibly have Who Let the Dogs Out?
Oh, really? You want that as
really?
No, I'm filling for time. You want that as your theme tune, do you?
Why not? Well, into that, I mean, I drive a lorry for a living. Well, I suppose I could have had Convoy, but I don't really like that song a lot, so...
Convoy's brilliant. Hey, you're a dog man, Trevor. How many dogs you got?
We got one at the moment, but at my peak I had about 8.
How do you train your dogs, Trevor?
Well, they were racing dogs, greyhounds.
You a fan of the choke chain?
The what? No, definitely not. No, I'd like to put it around some of the people who put choke chains on dogs.
Well, hang on a minute. I've got this record by Barbara Woodhouse. Have a listen to this.
That I'm making this record.
Hang on, here we go.
The correct use of the choke chain and lead. The first lessons in obedience must be to teach your dog to sit and to walk the heel without pulling on the lead. To teach this kindly, you will need a wide-linked choke chain which slips easily over the dog's head, with about 2 inches of chain to spare at the running end when on the dog's neck. The running end ring should pull in an upward direction when it will free itself easily, never in a downward direction when it will remain tight on the dog's neck. A choke chain is
I've done with it. I've done with you now, Trevor. You can move on your way. Thank you, sir.
I said I've been there too a few times. 'Cause you got that James Dean daydream look in your eye, and I got that red lip classic thing that you like. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time. 'Cause we never go out of style. We never go out of style. You got that long hair slicked back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl fade and a tight little skirt. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time. 'Cause we never go out of style. We never go out of style. Take me out. Just take me out. Yeah, just take me out. Oh, you got that JT
Morning.
dream look in your
Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. So, this is what we're talking about. We're giving away theme tunes. What theme tune would you... It doesn't have to actually be a theme tune. What bit of music would you like as your theme tune? What did your dad nick? That's a very specific one, and I'm not in any way encouraging or condoning thievery, but in the 60s and the 70s, and I'm gonna say it, the 80s, dads were nicking stuff, weren't they? But my dad, it couldn't have just been my dad, although he was a dodgepot. May God rest his soul. My dad was always coming home with something. He was a proper steptoe. So much junk. We in the 70s, it became fashionable for about 3 minutes to what's those the bits of wood that's tongue and groove. That's it, tongue and groove, like a low rent wood panelling. Okay, and it became fashionable to tongue and groove a wall in the house. Well, my dad came back one day with so much tongue and groove, he did the whole house. And he was a smoker, and we had an open fire. If he dropped a match, we would have gone up. So what did your dad nick? 03453 009956. We're giving away theme tunes. Oh, and we're carrying on as well. Ranjit's suggestion yesterday. An interesting text, by the way, Jay. 81333, start your text WM. Iain, I really enjoy yours and Ranjit's conversations. It's almost like you're a crutch to him and you're gradually becoming his therapist. Well, Jay, he is a broken man, which is why I let him come on. He's a broken man who needs rebuilding, and I'm happy to help towards that. But he came up with a good topic yesterday. It was rip-offs. Valentine's Day, rip-off. Mother's Day, let's be honest, it's a rip-off. What other thing? Well, someone suggested Christmas was a rip-off. No. We're not having that. Rip-offs, please. 03453 009956. Morning, Manny.
Morning, mate.
What did your dad nick?
Metal.
Oh, no, we're not. I've got to say, because we're the BBC, we don't condone that. Your dad was a very, very naughty man. But what metal was he nicking?
It was when the foundry was closing down in, I think it was 1982.
Yeah.
I was about 12. It was closing down. There wasn't any metal, anything. Anything.
But what did he...
Not just him, everybody.
But what did he do with it?
Slogging it.
Did he make much money from this stolen metal?
I don't know. There was I'll tell you what they did make some money on. It was, it was like a wheel. It had a chain on, and it used to pick all the engines up in the foundry.
What?
You know, look, when the engine was being built.
Yeah.
Right, and they used to have to move it from one side to the other. It was like you used to hook onto the engine.
Yeah.
And they used to pull the chain, and it used to move the engine to the other side.
Yes.
And they used to put that in bags and put them in the back of the cars and bring them on. Not just him; they all did it.
Blimey. And did your mum ever say anything? Because obviously, right, coming home with stolen...
No, because my mum worked in a lock place, and I think she used to nick some locks.
How did she nick logs?
Locks.
Oh, I thought you said log. She worked in a log place.
Locks.
Blimey. And when was this, Manny? The 80s?
82, 81.
yeah.
I was about 10, 11.
It was a different world. Now, if someone worked in a lock place, Manny, and they nick locks, they'd probably get the sack or something.
You get checked now.
It's political correctness gone mad.
But it was a good time then, wasn't it?
Manny, do you want a theme tune while you're on? I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to play it every time these people come up, primarily because I'm not writing this down. But if you had a theme tune, Manny, what would it be?
I don't know.
Would it be the Quantum Leap theme?
Actually, yeah.
Do you want to try it on for size?
Okay.
I tell you what, pretend you've just leaped or leapt, you've looked in the mirror, and you're a sexy woman from the 1950s, and then you say, "Oh boy."
Oh boy.
Here we go. Thank you, Manny. He's leapt into the body of a sexy woman from the 1950s. Oh boy. 03453 009956. What did your dad nick? I suppose we can extend it to mums as well. I mean, the 60s, the 70s and the 80s. I would say the 70s and the 80s were the prime period when everybody was nicking stuff from work. Oh my gosh. My first ever bike. My Grifter. Wasn't bought from a shop. This is terrible. My Grifter belongs to, whose was it? Oh, yeah, it was Pogo Patterson's Grifter from Grange Hill. 03453 009956. What did your mum or indeed your dad nick? We'll have a look in the papers in a minute, but the fat people on trains, where do we stand on that? It's a big story. Big story. Oh, boy. What song is playing now? Asked Becky RR on Twitter. It's only Fleetwood Mac and The Chain. It's only Fleetwood Mac and The Chain. Iain, was that the Dalek that went missing and then they had an appeal on Blue Peter to find, says Jason. Oh, I hope not. We only had it for a weekend, Your Honour. Iain, two things. If I had a theme tune, it would be Terry and June. Yep, OK. Secondly, I came home and Googled some of those punchlines yesterday and the jokes were disgusting. Especially the ones I sent you. Yes, they were. Iain, rip-offs. Oh, we're compiling a list of rip-offs today, if you don't mind. Football tops and trainers. Yeah, I went to buy some trainers the other day because I wanted to do some, training. That didn't last long. I had about a month with a personal trainer and I thought, do you know what, it's enough hard work. I did. Did I say a month? No, don't laugh. I couldn't keep up with my boys anymore when we're like having a kickabout or something. I thought, right, I'm 41. Now is a pivotal moment in my life. I'm going to get fit. I'm going to go and see a personal trainer. And I did. It was really hard work. Have you ever done any physical fitness training, Lucy?
Oh, gosh, no.
It's really hard work. It hurts.
That's why I don't do it.
It hurts and it makes you feel sick and makes you hate yourself. So I knocked that on the head. But anyway, buying trainers, it's really difficult. I just wanted to buy some trainers that I could do a bit of running and I could pump off in. And it's really hard. Also, the looks on the shopkeepers' faces. I just want to buy some trainers. I want to start pumping off. They don't seem best pleased. Lucy, what would you like to say this morning, please?
Oh, well, two things. First one, theme tune.
Yes.
I quite like Magnum P.I., actually.
Oh, yeah. You want the Magnum P.I. theme tune. We'll dig it out, Marky Mark. Magnum P.I., please. I can't remember how that goes.
Yeah, well, I'm not singing it.
Oh, well, Lucy, come on. You have to give me a snatch. Come on.
Well, oh, do 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 do. That's the one. Mainly because I'd love to be able to be thin enough to fit those shorts.
They're making a film of Magnum P.I., as they always do. They are always making films of things from the 80s. And what was the Selick? Selick is annoyed that he's not been asked to be Magnum P.I. Well, Selick, you're 83 years old.
Oh, I don't know if I'd like a remake of that, though.
Who was the posh dude in it? The posh gay man? Was it Benson or something?
Higgins.
Higgins, that was it. Higgins. He was like a posh gay law. He was the butler, wasn't he?
Well, he was the grounds keeper, not the groundskeeper, but yeah.
Okay,
like
okay. And he had like a young, good-looking boyfriend or something. I'm only vaguely remembering this.
Oh, I've got the whole series recorded. Oh. It records constantly because it's like my
on video,
my feel-good thing. No, on the box.
Hang on, what? Where are they showing it?
I don't know because I just set it to record the series. I don't know.
Hey, that's good. All right, so with Magnum P.I., it's yours, Lucy. And boy, oh boy, the next time you phone up, then that music's coming. I promise. OK, what was the other thing you want to say? I tell you what, stay there, Lucy. Stay there, because you've got a second point. I want to give you a fair crack of the whip. Let's get the travel.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's have it with Nina.
It's looking good on the motorways. M6, M42 both moving well. Looking good through the roadworks on the M5 at Junction 4. Picking up now around Selly Oak on the A38 Bristol Road, coming up towards the Priory Crossroads, and slowing down in Kings Heath on the High Street. And if you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
You don't mess around, do you, Nina? You're straight in and straight out.
I am indeed.
I love it. I like
kind
your
of
style.
girl.
I'll speak to you later on. Thank you.
A day to remember.
It's St. Patrick's Day and anything goes.
Happy St. Patrick's Day from Birmingham.
A day for an old sing-along.
Happy birthday, dear Sheila. Happy birthday to you.
A day for old friends.
These are all in Donegal, these ones.
And it's a great day for making new ones too.
Lads, can you make more noise than the girls? Say hello.
Sure, it's a great day to be Irish.
County Tyrone, Greencastle, County Tyrone. A nice part of the world.
The Birmingham St. Patrick's Day Parade. Live coverage this Sunday from 12 on BBC WM 95.6.
OK, just, it was Lucy, wasn't it, Lucy? Yes.
It was.
Hey, guess what?
Yes. Excellent.
Yeah, this is a proper theme tune. Hang on. dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Lucy in Lichfield, what would you like to say as your theme tune rocks the airwaves?
Well, I just wanted to let you know you were responsible for a very embarrassing moment for me yesterday.
Oh, blimey, Lucy, what was that? You weren't the woman in the car park, were you? No, that's a different story. No.
Well, it actually was in a car park.
What happened, Lucy?
Well, I was listening to you before I got out to go and do a bit of shopping.
Yeah.
And it was just when you were getting owned by, what was it, Joan or Jean?
Oh, Jean
about
was...
the diabetes.
If you missed this is on yesterday's show between 2 and 4, and Jean was saying that she's a diabetic and as a result she can't eat cheese, and she was insisting that I go and got checked out for diabetes. I don't have any symptoms of diabetes. And then a fella came on and said, well, I've got diabetes and I eat loads of cheese. And she went, oh, well, good luck to you then. And she hung up.
Yes, well, that was the point at which I had to switch off and get out of the car.
Oh.
And I walked out of the car. I was still really laughing about it. Came face to face with another woman just as I did a great big laugh snort.
Oh, Lucy. Hey, you weren't the woman that texted me, were you? Tweeted me. Did you tweet me?
No,
okay. Then I think someone else had a similar story as well. Well, Lucy, I apologise. I hope having your own theme tune makes up for that embarrassing moment.
Oh, yeah, it really does, actually.
Thank you, Lucy. 03453 009956. Hey, someone last night, I saw a fella do something last night that I thought only I did, right? He was obviously had his Walkman on and he was singing very loudly, and he was coming from a street and he was coming around a corner, and obviously on the street he'd been in there'd been no one there, so he'd been kind of singing kind of loudly, and then he walks around the corner and he sees me. Now I've heard him sing, and there are two things you can do there. There are two things you can do in that situation. You either pretend that you weren't singing and it wasn't you, and you shrivel up and you hope that moment ends quickly, or you sing loud and proud as if, yeah, I sing as I'm walking down the street and I don't give a stuff if anyone sees me, but inside you're dying. He went for the latter. He went for the singing out loud and proud because he knew he'd been embarrassed. Good morning, Nigel.
Good morning.
How you doing, fella?
I'm all right. Thank you very much. And yourself?
Yeah, do you know, I'm a little bit windy, Pops. I'm drinking too much coffee. I'm drinking a lot of coffee at the moment, and I need to stop. The thing is, if I and I will stop, but I just know that when I do stop, there will be the almighty come down of come downs. It'll be like the time I kicked heroin. I didn't kick heroin. I'm still on it. I'm not on it at all. Never touched the stuff. But it will be a massive come down, Nigel, and so I'm kind of dreading it. But you did ask. Anyway, what have you called in for?
The things that parents have acquired, stolen.
Yeah, what's your dad nicked?
Well, there was a Habitat shop in Birmingham, and I really quite liked. There was a red tubular steel Habitat bed. And then one weekend, so we didn't buy it. I wanted it, but we didn't buy it. One weekend, my dad turned up. Well, my mum came home, and my dad showed her a hospital bed that he had acquired from the local hospital. Now, my mum was a nurse, so she went absolutely ballistic and made my dad take it back. Now, I don't know how they managed to get the hospital bed out of the local hospital, but it's how they managed to get it back is the interesting bit.
Hang on a minute. We hear oftentimes, don't we, about old people stealing hospital beds. By that means they're just staying in there too long. Your dad literally stole a bed from the local hospital.
Yes.
And then he had to smuggle it back in.
Exactly.
Flippin' heck. What year was this, Nigel?
This would have been about 30 years ago.
Flippin' brilliant. Nigel, thank you very much indeed. What did your dad nick? That's the best one, isn't it, Marky Mark? He nicked... Oh, Alan, this is making me laugh. I might have to give some of my wages back today, Alan. I'm having too much fun here.
All right.
All right, Alan, what you got?
I got a picture that works for you.
Oh, it's Alan Caddick. Oh, blimey. Yes, Alan.
I was thinking Minder.
You were doing what?
I was thinking of the finching to Minder.
You were doing what, mate?
No, I was thinking the finching that walks.
That walks? What?
The finching that walks for you. The finching to Minder. I could be so good for you.
Carry on.
Love you like you want me to. Ain't nothing I can get through. I'll be so good for you.
Down. I tell you what, Alan, I've got the instrumental version. Would you like to sing along? Would you like to pretend you're Dennis Waterman for a morning?
Yeah.
Here we go. It's Alan Caddick as Dennis Waterman.
Like a boy laser. Why be more done never on occasion? I've got a good idea. Just to keep me near, I'll be so good for you. I'm gonna help you, rub you like you want me to.
Thank you, Alan.
I knew that I wouldn't. I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. So good, so good. I got you. Wow, I feel nice. A sugar and spice. I feel nice. A sugar and spice. So nice, so nice, I got you. When I hold you in my arms, I know that I can't do no wrong. And when I hold you in my arms, my love won't do you no harm. And I feel nice, like sugar and spice. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. So nice, so nice, I got you. When I hold you in my arms, I know that I can't do no wrong. And when I hold you in my arms, my love can't do me no harm. And I feel nice, like sugar and spice. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. So nice, so nice, that I got you. Wow, and I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. I feel good. I knew that I would. So good, but I got you. So good, but I got you.
Cue the phone calls of people claiming I abuse Alan. Who phones in? Alan has been calling me for years and years and years. One day he'll learn a lesson. This is my favourite phone-in I've ever done, I think. Apart from celebrity handkerchiefs. What did your dad nick? What did your dad nick? We're not encouraging it, we're not condoning it, but it happened, so let's all learn a lesson from it. Iain, not my dad, but my uncle had a drunken night out. Why do we feel compelled to bring souvenirs home from... Well, OK, we can do that as well. Drunken souvenirs. What did your dad nick? And also drunken souvenirs. 03453 009956. Not my dad. Oh, my nose was noisy then, wasn't it? Not my dad, but my uncle had a drunken night out. Next morning, we went down to his shed. It was filled with the yellow tops off of Belisha beacons. Turns out he collected them on the way home and couldn't remember a thing. From Amy in Moseley. 03453 009956 is the telephone number if you'd like to give us a call. Things your dad nicked and souvenirs for drunken nights out. On the subject of rip-offs. Iain, that Fleetwood Mac song is a rip-off of the Formula One music. It's almost identical. And Jay and Dudley says, motorway services are rip-offs, and especially if you go for a KFC or any fast foods, it's extortion. It is! Motorway. I've been driving a lot on motorways recently. Never buy petrol from a motorway service. I was so angry. The other week, I'd misjudged my petrol acquisition. I had to buy some from a motorway service station. Flipping heck! It would have been cheaper to fly out to... What countries make petrol? Iraq? I don't know. It would have been cheaper to... Kuwait. It would have been cheaper to fly out to Kuwait, refine the oil into petroleum myself, and then put it in the car. We'll do James after the news, because I'm enjoying having a little rant now. I've got my second wind, and I apologise for that for anyone using the studio after me. But yes, thank you very much indeed. But yes, the service stations are a rip-off. They cost so much money, and boy oh boy, aren't those people in there? How do you get a job in a motorway service station? I mean, it's another, because quite often if you get a job, it's because you go to the job centre or you look online or there's a notice in a window or you go around handing your CV out to places. Why would you get a job in a motorway service station? 03453 009956 is the phone number. 81333. Start your text WM. Good morning, Mr. Lee. Surely the theme tune for Ramjet would be "There's a guy works down the chip shop, thinks he's Elvis." I must congratulate you on the Song of the Week, All Right Now by Free. Beats the pants off McCartney and Bananarama. Maybe you ain't such a plonker after all, says Russell. Thank you, Russell. That's so kind to know. Right, in the next hour of the show, we're giving away theme tunes. We're asking, what did your dad nick? Souvenirs from drunken nights out. Rip-offs. I'm going to talk about fat people on trains. Oh, and you will never guess. I was driving through Birmingham yesterday, and there's something in the car next to me caught my eye. Right, there's a couple in the car. Gentleman passenger, lady driver. You will never guess what the lady driver was doing as she was going through Birmingham's busy streets. I'll tell you.
On FM,
Freeview, digital radio,
and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
After the news with Alice Rosenthal.
Good morning. The UN says a tropical cyclone that's hit the island nation of Vanuatu could be one of the worst natural disasters in the history of the Pacific. At least 8 people are known to have died, but it could be days before the full scale of the damage is known across the country's 65 inhabited islands. Alice Clements works for UNICEF in the capital, Port Vila.
It felt like some beast had been unleashed and was shaking the building that I was in and trying to lift the roof off. And, you know, the sliding doors on the balcony that I was in broken. I think it was probably only about 30 minutes long, but it was the most scared I've ever been in my life.
West Midlands Police are trying to work out what happened to a man who died after being found in a Birmingham car park with injuries to his chest and pelvis. The Sri Lankan national was found collapsed in the Bawdsley Street car park back on the 28th of February. He'd travelled from London by coach the night before. Initially, it was thought he had died of natural causes, but a post-mortem discovered the injuries and a full inquiry has now been launched. A British teenager believed to have encouraged 3 friends to run away to Syria has been named as Shamina Begum. The 15-year-old from East London travelled to the region in December to join the Islamic State militant group. She's believed to be in the ISIS stronghold of Raqqa, with Khadija Sultana, Shamina Begum and Amira Abazi, all from Bethnal Green. Last night's Comic Relief raised more than £75 million, the highest total ever reached at the end of a Red Nose Day. The charity's secured now more than £1 billion since its launch 30 years ago. And a Saddlers fan begins his journey to Wembley today by foot. Graham Brooks begins the 140-mile journey from the Banks' Stadium during half-time at today's match against Milton Keynes. It's Walsall's first Wembley visit in 127 years. Graham's doing the challenge to raise money for Walsall Society for the Blind. Graham's grandfather was deaf and blind. Graham told BBC WM how he's been his inspiration.
The story that started it all was when we left Cardiff after we beat Reading. It was this perfect day, and I remember him leaning over to me as we were walking back to the car saying, I wish it was at Wembley. And for some reason, since that time, it's really resonated with me, that comment. That's why I thought, right, when we get there, I've got to do something special for the big man.
Your sport in the West Midlands
on BBC WM 95.6.
Aston Villa visit Sunderland for an important match in the Premier League relegation battle. The teams fill the two places immediately above the relegation zone at the moment. That's live on BBC WM 95.6. The next challenge on Albion's push for survival is a home game with Tony Pulis' former club Stoke City. Wolves continue their chase for a playoff place in the Championship when they visit Brighton this afternoon. Both of those games are live on our DAB services. Birmingham City will try to complete the double over Huddersfield Town at St Andrews. Victory for Blues would pretty much secure the Championship future for next season. And Walsall's players have plenty at stake at home to MK Dons this afternoon, with manager Dean Smith looking to finalise his plans for next weekend's historic trip to Wembley. Smith says he's mindful of the need to perform better in front of their home supporters.
What we want to do is go and start putting some smiles on the faces of the home supporters because this season the results haven't been good enough, and we need to put that right. Away from home, there have been some really acceptable and really good performances, but at home, certainly since the turn of the year, our performances haven't been good enough and the results have followed.
A look at the weather, mostly cloudy. There is a chance of a few showers today, highs of 8 Celsius, 46 Fahrenheit. Cold overnight with a few clearer spells, lows of 1 Celsius, 34 Fahrenheit. Tomorrow is looking rather cloudy, but it will stay mostly dry, and there is a chance of some brighter spells, highs of 8 Celsius, 46 Fahrenheit. That's the news and sport for the West Midlands. It's 4 minutes past 11.
Saturdays with Iain Lee
on BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
Well, it's only coming out of one speaker. How is that working? Hang on a minute. Let me just try this. No, that's knackered. Hang on a minute. We had this. Hang on a minute. Let's try this. No, it's only coming out of one speaker. What's happened to my record player, Marky Mark? It's only coming out of one speaker. It was coming out of both earlier. I know what, let's have a little bit of this instead then. We need a little bit of... Hang on, don't panic. There we go. Don't know what happened there. Morning! Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. Busy show this morning. What has your dad nicked? Drunken souvenirs. What theme tune would you like? It doesn't have to be an actual theme tune. It can be a song if you want. Things that are a rip-off. What? Remind me to tell you what I saw this woman doing while she was driving yesterday. I couldn't believe it. Oh, 03453 009956. James is in Dudley. Good morning, James.
Good morning, hello.
What you got for us, fella?
Theme tune. Do you want to know my theme tune?
Yeah, go on.
The Professionals.
Oh.
Have you got it, or do you want me to sing it?
I have it, but I would like you to sing it, Sarah. Away you go.
Okay, I'll do it through me the way. Okay. How's that?
That was fantastic. Marky Mark, could you do me a favour? Could you pull that off and could you clip that bit, please? You can do a bit of technical... Why do you think you deserve The Professionals? Because that's a tough guy song.
Well, I share the last name with Lewis Collins because my last name's Collins.
Collins, I've got that. Yes,
that's the one. And then it's just a program I used to watch all the time when I was younger. And I'd go to bed about 7 o'clock, and then I'd creep downstairs. And my mum would let me back into the lounge, and I'd watch it about 9 o'clock. I used to just love it. Don't know.
Are they both still alive? Are Bodie and Doyle still alive?
No. Martin Sheen is. Lewis Collins is. Fortunately died a few years ago.
Did Lewis Collins die?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Man alive.
I know.
That's a shame.
He was my favourite. Mainly because he wanted my last name. Sorry?
No, James, listen, thank you. It's yours. 03453 009956. Let me try this now. Oh, blimey, I'm trying to get the record players to it. What's going on here? Anyone would think nobody's been using record players for years. Here we go. Shh. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's in stereo. 03453 009956 is the phone number. I wanted to mention this story. Front page. Well, it's the front page of The Telegraph. It's also in lots of other papers. Train fat controller angers passengers. Train passengers were shocked when a member of staff said fat people should not sit because of a lack of space. A train leaving Basingstoke was packed when a staff member is reported to have said, "We are going to be like sardines on this train, so can I..." Someone actually said this out loud. "So can I ask that only slim people sit on the three-seaters? If you're fat, then it's simply not going to work." One outraged commuter said, "I'm not necessarily a big person, but most people are larger than those seats anyway. It's pretty disgusting. I'd get fired if I said that at my work." I mean, you're not really allowed, I don't think, to say these things anymore. But I kind of think they got a point. We've all been sat on the aeroplane or the train, and there's a spare seat next to us, and we're thinking, and we see a larger person walking towards us, and we think, no, please, no. Oh, phew, they've gone past. Oh no, they've turned back. It's just 03453 009956. Is that statement by the train announcer completely out of order? Or do you think, well, actually, do you know what? There's nothing that wrong with it. 03453 009956. What did your dad nick? And drunken souvenirs, please.
Control, can't seem to get
Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. This morning we're asking the questions what matter. What did your dad nick? Your drunken souvenirs. I don't drink anymore, but boy oh boy when I did, you always feel when you're drunk that you need to bring a souvenir home from the evening, whether it just be a pint pot or ashtrays were a big thing to nick. Road cones, of course, and those flashing yellow lights. They were always so important. But I don't know why. Why do we need a souvenir? Is it because we know in the morning we ain't going to remember a single thing? And we need some kind of trinket. Souvenirs? Souvenirs? What film is that from? Souvenirs? Souvenirs? What film is that from? Anyway, 03453 009956 is the telephone. Hey, here's a good question. Says Stan. I wish the BBC... This is on the texts. 81333, start your text, WM. I wish the BBC would make its mind up as to where the West Midlands is situated. Is it this bit around Birmingham, Coventry and the Black Country? Or is it Hereford, Shropshire, Worcestershire, Staffordshire, etc.? Says Stanley Inquisitive. I don't know. I don't understand. Why is Watford Gap nowhere near Watford? It's nowhere near Watford. I don't know the answer to that one, Stan. And it does seem to be quite fluid, doesn't it, in the way that these areas are mapped out. If anyone wants to help Stan, 03453 009956 81333. Start your text WM.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the travel. Here's Nina.
Now, there were some restrictions on the M42 northbound for emergency repairs between Junction 8 for the M6 and Junction 9 for the M6 toll. They've been lifted, so traffic's getting through there fine, looking fine on the M5 and on the M6. I can see it's heavy going on Chester Road, very slow up towards College Road and picking up around Kings Heath on the High Street. And if you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
Have you got to get somewhere or something, Nina?
Why do I sound like I'm in a rush?
Well, I just love the fact that because most other travel people I work with throughout the week, they make stuff up. They feel that they've got to talk. But you're great. Are you sure there's nothing going on?
Well, let me have another look at the map. Yeah, fairly sure. Maybe a little bit of slow traffic on Station Road in Stetchford, but nothing out of the ordinary there.
Oh, Nina, you're brilliant. Thank you.
We realise that. I think we've got to head around that we're in a relegation battle.
Today, it's 3 live commentaries at 3. On FM, here's Sunderland versus Villa.
We need to pick up points. This game is hugely important.
Shoot! Scott Sinclair scores!
On DAB in the Black Country and Freeview Channel 722, Brighton against Wolves.
You know, at the moment, we have a chance. We're after one of those 3 promotion places.
And on DAB across Birmingham, it's the Baggies against Stoke City.
Berahino nods in from close range!
Join BBC WM for all the breaking team news and action. Today, from 2.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Paul's on the motorway 5 of all places. Good morning, Paul.
Morning, mate.
What you got for us?
Well, me and my mates was that drunk the once, so we nicked a farmer's sheep and we found it in the living room the next morning when we sobered up.
Hang on. Sorry, it's not the greatest of line, Paul. For a second, I thought you said you'd nicked a sheep.
Yeah, we did. Me and 5 of my mates, we got absolutely drunk as a skunk. And then the next morning, we found it in the living room.
How do you nick a sheep?
Do you know, mate, I was that drunk that I can't even remember.
Paul.
We were laughing for weeks about it.
Paul, can I ask you a question? Mano a mano. Look me in the eyes, Paul.
Go on, mate.
Look me in the eyes.
Go on.
Did you really nick a sheep, or are you making this up?
I swear down, we nicked a farmer's sheep at a local park.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul has nicked a sheep. 03453 009956. Ever nicked a sheep before? Sheep are weird. I'm not a fan of sheep. They're horrible. They look cute, don't they? From a distance. And Sean the sheep, he kind of looks cool and stuff, but really, sheep are filthy. They just poo willy-nilly. They do, though, don't they? They do. I bet this is why I'm doubtful of Paul's story, because his floor would have been covered in sheep whoopsies. It would have been. I've not even looked at the papers properly. It does. There's a story you might like in here. This could be useful. I know you might want to put your fingers in your daughter's ears, because it's a bit rude, this one. Put your fingers in your ears, young lady. First penis transplant patient is very excited. The world's... I've got a young child looking at me as I'm saying this. It's very off-putting. This is what they need. I've just worked this out. You know Clarkson, all right? He's a bit of a troublemaker. What they need surely is to... Gracie, you're 10, 11, 9, OK. What Clarkson, what all of these shock jocks, lazy word, all of these kind of naughty people need, they need a 9-year-old watching them. A 9-year-old watching them, that would put them off. The world's first penis transplant has been carried out on a delighted 21-year-old man who was last night enjoying full use of his new organ. Jubilant doctors. Jubilant doctor. Well, who was the donor? Who's the poor lad that had to donate? Jubilant doctors hailed the op as a massive breakthrough, and a leading surgeon confirmed the patient is now sexually active and is, of course, very excited. The team took 9 hours to graft on the unnamed recipient's new manhood. Oh, blimey. After he lost his own in a botched circumcision operation 3 years ago. One of the surgeons, Professor Frank Graw, said, "This is massive." He did not say this is massive. He did not say that. This is massive. We've proved it can be done. We can give someone an organ as good as the one he had. The op was carried out in Cape Town, South Africa in December, but medics waited for a confirmed success before going public. The procedure was led by Professor Andrew van der Meer, who said, "Our goal was he would be fully functional at 2 years. We're surprised..." They keep doing this joke. "We are surprised by his rapid recovery. He is, of course, very excited." A previous operation was not a success because it did not achieve the long-term results hoped for. Oh, Mohammed. I'm tempted to do whose would you have? I'm not going to. But that would be a great phone. That's a phone in for another life. Mohammed, what have you got for us this morning, please?
Well, you're on about drunkenness and stealing things.
Yeah?
Have you got subconsciousness, like you are a thief in your subconscious mind?
That's a very deep question, Mohammed. Am I a thief in my subconscious mind? I don't know. What with it being my subconscious mind?
Because when you're drunk, like, it makes you steal things, like, you know.
Well, it makes a lot of people steal things.
Well, you know, I was an alcoholic for many, many years. A chronic alcoholic. I had liver disease and everything.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever stealing.
Well, you were so drunk you wouldn't remember.
No, but I would have noticed them when I woke up in the morning. They weren't there.
The thing is...
The only thing I ever came home with was strange women sometimes.
Well, there you go, Mohammed. You stole a few hearts. I would imagine, having had some dealings with alcoholics, that that your desire for obliteration and alcohol was so strong towards the end that you didn't have the reflex to go and nick something. Did you nick anything in the early days of your boozing career?
No, not that I remember.
Oh, Mohammed, you are the exception, therefore, that proves the rule.
Well, you see, I'm not a thief, you see. I wouldn't steal anything anyway.
No, I don't... hang on a second. I don't think that the people that steal souvenirs... Hang on a second. I don't think the people that get souvenirs are necessarily, thieves in their subconscious.
Ah, but you said souvenirs now.
Tears for souvenirs.
Stealing or souvenirs. If you take a souvenir, is that stealing it?
Mohammed, who hit you with the grumpy stick this morning? Come on, you're normally so jolly, Mohammed, and today you're being grumpy.
No, I had a bit of a cold the last few days, and I didn't go to the mosque a couple of times this week.
So you're feeling a little bit spiritually out of sorts.
No, I should be going there in a couple of hours' time.
Well, you go and have a good pray up, Mohammed.
I didn't want to go and cough my guts up in front of everybody and spell my germs everywhere.
Well, and well done you, because there are people in this industry, right? If I don't work, I don't get paid. Okay.
Exactly.
So if I get ill, I can't work. I lose money. So it really annoys me when people I work with come in with the stinkiest, worst colds, and they're coughing. And I said this on yesterday's show.
You out of work.
On Thursday, right? I went to meet someone. I went to their house. He opened the door. He coughed. Fair play. He coughed into his right hand. Brilliant. Well done. Thank you. He then offered me that hand to shake.
Well, he should have coughed into his left hand and shook hands with his right
Well,
hand.
the thing is, what I should have done, had I been a stronger me, I'd have gone, I'm not going to shake your hand. Don't take it personally, but I can't afford to get a cold. I shook his hand, Mohammed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's got to be the most lacklustre call you've ever done to BBC WM 95.6. Mohammed, have a good pray up, and I'll speak to you later.
Okay.
Ta-ta. 03453 00. It's like pulling teeth, isn't it? 03453 009956.
A man walks down the street, he says, why am I soft in the middle now? Why am I soft in the middle? The rest of my life is so hard. I need a photo opportunity. I want a shot of redemption. Don't want to end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Bone digger, dogs in the moonlight. Far away, my well-lit door. Mr. Beer Melly, get these mutts away from me, you know. I don't find this stuff amusing anymore. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. I can call you Betty, and Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. A man walks down the street, he says, why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention, and oh, my nights are so long. Where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model now that my role model is gone? He ducked back down the alley with some roly-poly little bat-faced girl. All along, there were incidents and accidents. There were hints and allegations. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. I can call you Daddy, and Daddy, when you call me, you can call me out. Call me out.
Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. Busy show. Daz coming on at midday. Daz, feel free to pop in at any point and, sell yourself. Just don't do those jokes, please. I love the really torturous way that he sometimes has to use to get to his... It's all around the houses, and then in inverted commas, punchline comes. Daz will be on at midday, and he'll pop in a bit at some point, I'm sure. Some texts before we go to Steve. Iain, has Millie got the answer to the Salt Lake City question from yesterday? I was in apoplexy. Wow, Maxine using words like apoplexy. I didn't know we had doctors and scientists listening to the show. You can't on these giveaways, and today we are giving away theme tunes. You can't just text in and have them. You've got to phone in. We only do these. Oh, hello. It's a Tijuana hymn, guys. Let's go to Steve on the M6. Morning, Steve.
Morning.
Steve, what you got?
I think you're going to have to take the guise of fatherly this morning, because this is a confession that I've never told anybody since the late 80s.
Aye.
Well, I've never told anybody ever.
Yeah.
I was in my very early 20s, in my most drinkiest years, if you like.
The most
late 80s.
drinkiest years. What a great description, yes.
Yeah. And we came home from a great night of merriment and karaoke the one night.
Good lad.
And I woke up in the morning to go into the lounge of my flat and find a fully illuminated, plugged in and working McDonald's M.
Oh!
The scary thing is, I don't remember bringing it back. I do remember there was a Mackey's being refurbished on the way home from the pub.
Yes.
And I think said M might have been against the skip or whatever.
Aye.
And the scary thing is, we shredded the wire and put a plug on it while we were out drunk.
God. You are drunken geniuses. If only you could use that power for good instead of evil, Steve. What did you do with it?
Well, very late, quite late on in the evening, the next day, my friend and I took it back and leaned it up against, one of the walls of the Mackey's that was being
Oh, dude, why didn't you put that on the roof of your house?
Well, we just felt a bit guilty, like we might get nicked for it.
And you've never told anyone before now?
Well, no, it hasn't been really relevant. You know, my friend and I have, on an occasion, have reminisced about it, but we've never sort of...
And with that, Steve has gone. He's dropped off. Wow. He nicked the McDonald's M. I have to say, because we are the BBC and this is the way the BBC works, and there are people out there what don't like me, what will be complaining and stuff. Naughty, naughty Steve. You should go to prison for that. We don't condone, we don't encourage. But we certainly laughed. That was amazing, wasn't it? And I love the description of my early 20s when I was at my most drinkiest. What have you taken as a drunken souvenir? What did your dad nick? And all other bits and pieces. 03453 009956 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. The papers are really weird today. There's very little in there of any use whatsoever. Oh, I tell you what. And I'm avoiding talking about Jeremy Clarkson because I think it's so boring. He's manipulating us. Saying that, I'm about to talk about Jeremy Clarkson. Just this, the front page of The Sun. Clarkson says in his column in... what paper does he write for? Oh, yeah, The Sun. Time for this old dinosaur to move on. And it got me thinking, Clarkson to one side, television is awash with old dinosaurs, isn't it? It's full of old people that have been there too long and have nothing to offer anymore. So for the last half an hour of the show or so, who, in your humble, are the old dinosaurs that are on TV that shouldn't be there anymore? I'm going to say it. Tom Jones. I mean, he was good in the 60s. He was silly in the 70s. He was a bit of nostalgic fun in the 80s. But now, can we not just get rid of him? He adds nothing. Here's another old dinosaur. Wallace and Gromit. I hate Wallace and Gromit. I don't get it. What's the joke? They're plasticine. Is that the joke? My boys... No, you're wrong on this, young lady. You are wrong. Go to bed. Go to your room now without any supper. You're grounded. Honestly, that's Daz's daughter. No, they're rubbish. My boys love Wallace and Gromit, and I am constantly forced to watch it. And I try and persuade them with other bits and pieces, other things. Would you like to watch this? Would you like to watch that? I don't know where you're going, Marky Mark. The phones are ringing. No time for a wee. Get back. Get back. And we constantly have to watch Wallace and Gromit. Dinosaurs on... Can I say this? We're the BBC. The Dimblebees. The Dimbleby. Attenborough. Which is the Attenborough that's still alive that does the animals? Paul Attenborough? David Attenborough. That's the one. David Attenborough. I mean, flipping it. I was in a room with him once. He is the grumpiest old fossil in the world. He's so grumpy. Can you believe that, Chris? He's so grumpy.
Oh, very grumpy. Totally grumpy.
Mr. David Attenborough, unless you're a monkey that's touching him up, he's not interested in you.
No, not at all.
Hey, can you think of any dinosaurs we should get rid of, Chris?
Jurassic Park.
No.
It's a menace.
No.
I can't see it going down well.
No, I think you've misunderstood. What did you call him for, Chris?
My theme tune.
Yep. Are you going to tell it to me, or is that just... What?
It's the theme from Crossroads.
Why do you want that, Chris?
Well, when I was younger,
yes.
and it used to be on the telly,
yeah.
A voice of authority asked me, he says, do you know who plays mouth organ on that?
Yeah.
I said, who? Mick Jagger.
Oh. Mick Jagger plays the mouth organ on the Crossroads theme tune.
Listen to that.
Well, that's not a mouth organ, mate. That's a clarinet.
Well, anyway, I was told...
Yes.
Mick Jagger...
Right.
...played the mouth organ.
Right.
And I was willing to believe that.
Yes.
Of course, like the voice of authority with an elder sister.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until, like, say, the later 70s when Paul McCartney did the theme tune.
Paul McCartney did the theme, yes.
Well, possibly it could have been Mick Jagger, because anything Mick does, Paul's got to do.
No, surely... No, you've got that wrong. Anything Paul does, Mick's got to do.
But this time, I think Mick jumped ahead.
But I don't think Mick played on the Crossroads theme tune, mate.
Under another name, maybe, but my sister told me.
Well, then if it was under a pseudonym, how would your sister know?
Oh, she could tell. She could tell.
She could tell. She knew the style of his lips.
Well,
I didn't mean it to sound anything like that at all.
I mean, like, she used to be into the Rolling Stones. And like she'd now, I mean, like, she must probably heard it from somebody else, but somebody with authority.
Chris, thanks for calling.
Very well.
Who ends a phone conversation with the two words, very well? That was weird. Morning, Matt.
Morning.
What you got for us, boss?
I got up one morning and in our back garden I found a 12-seater bus stop bench.
Sorry?
That was after a 12-seater, great big long bus stop bench. After a night out.
Oh, this is a drunken souvenir?
Yes, sorry, mate.
How the hell did you get that home?
I don't know. I lived in a house share and all the wall in the living room was damaged by the lumps of concrete that were still on the seat.
I'm so glad I'm not a boozer because anymore. Because when I was at my most drinkiest, shall we say, it constantly would wake up with... I mean, it was primarily ashtrays and pint pots. But I remember once someone, a friend of mine, a friend of mine... You remember the young... hang on. Do you remember the young lad who stood outside shops in the 70s with calipers and you would put coins in his head to help disabled children?
Yes.
Well,
Wasn't it the Spastic Society?
It was the Spastic Society, yeah. He turned up at my house one morning. The lad in calipers was in my living room one morning.
Was he full?
I don't know. He was rushed back immediately. 1, 2, 3, 4!
Well, she was just 17
had something I was going to say then that was really relevant, and I was rocking out so much to the beat, Les, that I've completely forgotten what it was. I don't matter. We're talking about dinosaurs. Clarkson's a dinosaur. What other dinosaurs are there? Mo, you're agreeing with me. David Attenborough, dinosaur. Time for him to go.
Well, he may be an old human dinosaur, yes, but compared to the other one, the one that's in all the newspapers, he hasn't got a pot belly.
Which other one?
I don't know. I forgot.
What? You've been drinking, Mo? What's going on, love?
No.
Clarkson, do you mean?
Clarkson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do find him just not easy on the eye at all.
Attenborough.
Attenborough is, I believe he's in his 80s now.
Right.
But that man's still got good looks.
Mo, come on. He's not a piece of meat. This is what annoys me. Can I just first let me speak freely for a second, Mo?
Yeah.
This is what annoys me about working in this industry and in the television industry.
Yeah.
That I get work on TV just because I'm so damned hot, right? Because I was blessed with good looks, chiseled features, a muscular body, and a great butt. Just because of that, right? People. No, hang on, Mo. No, hang on, Mo. Let me speak. Let me speak, Mo. Let me speak, Mo.
Right.
Let me speak. Let me speak, Mo.
Okay.
Just because I am hot, I am hot. People. That's all people take in. They ignore the fact I'm funny, I'm intelligent, I'm kind, I'm a gentleman. They ignore that and they treat me like a piece of meat, and that is bang out of order. That is bang out of order, Mo. And I accept your apology. You can't just judge us men on our good looks, Mo. We're deeper than that. We're human beings.
Really?
Yeah, that's right, Mo. That's right, Mo.
This is what you are.
Right,
now, your show this morning
has
been excellent.
Yes, it is.
I have loved it.
I know you have.
Enjoyed the music, the calls. You are funny.
Yes, Mo.
No two ways about it.
I'm also
You are
hot,
funny.
and it's not my fault I'm hot.
I love your madcap sense of humour. You are a zany man. But you're not, with all sincerity, you're not in the good looks group.
Mosephine, what the hell are you talking about? I'm beautiful and I know it.
But inside you're probably a very beautiful person.
It is fed and watered by God's almighty hand. Do you want to sing with me, Mo? The sun in sunshine, the day to pour the rain. Here we go. Ready?
Oh, good.
No, here we go. Shh, here we go. Here we go. No. We plough the fields and scatter
from heaven above.
So
thank the Lord for all his love. I'm not religious, but I do like that song.
It's a good song. I like it Tijuana style. What style do you like it, Mo?
Yeah.
Thanks for calling. Well, I'm not good looking. I mean, guys, come on. I'm like the male Kelly Brook. I didn't even know where that sentence was going to go. I surprised myself with that one. Key change. It's what God would have wanted. 03453 009956. I finished with you.
And you're one of them.
She's still talking, Mo.
I know.
You've been off the radio.
Attractive.
But you've been off the radio for the last minute. What? No one heard that. I'd finished with you.
Oh, that's your fault.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
What happened there? The good seed on the lands. 03453 0099. I'm getting paid for this. I get money in my bank account for this. 03453. Oh, Wendy?
Yeah?
Oh, what can I do for you, Wendy?
Oh, you're quick.
I know, I've just seen what you want to ask me.
You never told us what that woman done in the car.
We'll call you back and I'll tell you after this.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM.
She's right.
95.6.
I never told you what I saw a woman doing in a car while she was driving. Incredible. Well, I'll tell you after the travel with Nina.
I'm intrigued. The M6 southbound, one lane closed off because of a multi-vehicle accident between Junction 9 for Wednesbury and Junction 8 for the M5. Just coming with that information there. The M42 northbound, that's moving well now. Emergency repairs have been completed around Junction 8 for the M6. And it does seem to be moving well on the M5 through those roadworks at Junction 4. Queuing on Chester Road, little slow through Rotten Park and busy through Kings Heath on the High Street. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 Travel No 330 123 3550.
Hi, this is Danny Kelly. As you know, I'm the presenter of the mid-morning show here at BBC WM.
Danny Kelly.
And as the star of the show, it's hard to let others take the limelight. But Monday, it's Access All Areas.
Access All Areas Day here at BBC Birmingham, including BBC WM 95.6, Midlands Today, The Archers and Doctors.
We're putting cameras in the studios between 9 and 12 to show you what happens behind the scenes.
Then, from 2.
The cameras will be turned on for afternoon tea with Sonny and Shay.
Watch the guest interviews.
And witness the husband and wife arguments along the way.
Find out if producer Kev does indeed look like Brad Pitt. And will pregnant Liz's waters break live on air?
Join us this Monday. It's all online.
At bbc.co.uk/Birmingham.
BBC WM 95.6.
Wendy, pick up your phone. We're trying to call you back. This is how it works here, by the way. Oh, I don't want to phone because it'll cost me a fortune. Well, no, we phone you back. I mean, if you want to come straight through Sharpish, then you can come through straight through Sharpish. But if you want to, we phone you back. 03453 00 9956 is the telephone number. Should you wish to give us a call, Wendy?
Hello.
So yes, I teased you. I was driving through Birmingham city centre, and there was something in the car next to me that was moving. I thought, oh, that's a bit weird, and I kind of pulled forward a bit to have a look. Gentleman passenger, lady driver.
Yep.
She was eating a bowl of soup. While she was driving the car, she was eating a bowl of soup. She had the bowl in one hand, a spoon in the other. I think it was minestrone. And she was eating it as she was driving.
And she was holding the wheel with her foot, was she?
With her foot?
Yeah.
With her foot?
Well, holding the wheel with her foot. She must have been.
A foot?
Yeah.
How can you hold a steering wheel with your foot? Hang on a second. Let's pretend I'm in a car. Hang on. No, with her knee she was doing it, Wendy. With her knee.
You got a good look, didn't you?
I was, yeah, exactly. And I filmed it as well on my phone. I didn't. I was joking.
Yeah. Right, because I suddenly thought you're going to go off in a minute. You haven't told us.
I know. No, you're right to remind me. My memory is absolutely shocking, Wendy. So thank you for that.
Okay.
Thank you, my dear.
That's all right.
Ta-ta. She was driving it with her foot. Are you nuts? Oy, ba 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 ba. Come and join me. Sorry, I just blew my ears with a bit of feedback. The Larson effect. Yeah, you can sit there, Des. You can say something as well. It's radio, isn't it?
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, mein Herr.
Hey, hang on. I've got.
Sorry, I shouldn't reference hair with you, should I? That's not fair.
Well, actually, that is why. If you're talking theme tunes this morning, right?
Yeah. What do you want?
My little boy this morning came into the room and started slapping me on the head like that. So I thought Benny Hill.
Oh yeah, a little bit of Benny
That'll
Hill
do for me.
That would sort you out, wouldn't it? What are you doing?
No, you slapped me on the head while we're doing a thing.
It's just two old men. It's just two old men doing a joke for themselves. Oh, blimey. You're right, Dad.
I need to lie down after that.
Why? Now, listen, you bring your young daughter to work, and it's boy, oh boy, it's great to see her. She's not made one cup of tea this morning, mate. What the hell is going on?
I blame the parents.
Awful behaviour.
How did you get your cheese platter? You were talking about cheese platter
Didn't
yesterday.
get the cheese platter yesterday, no. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. I was really up for a good cheese platter and it didn't happen.
Because, yesterday morning...
Here we go. Sorry, I think we're having a genuine conversation.
Well, yesterday morning I was walking down the road.
Yes, mate.
And somebody threw a lump of cheese at me.
Really?
I says, how dare he?
Oh, yeah.
That's not very mature, is it? Mature, eh?
What does cheese say when it looks at itself in the mirror?
I don't know. What does cheese say when it looks at itself in the mirror?
Hello me.
Doesn't really work, does it?
Yeah, it does. It works.
Should we just put the Benny Hill music back on?
No, it works. Let me do that joke again. Hang on. Right. So, what does the cheese say when it looks at itself in the mirror?
I don't know. What does the cheese say when it looks at itself in the mirror?
Hello me. No, you're not buying that one? You're not buying that? No?
I don't think I'll be adding that to my repertoire.
Wow, I've submitted a joke to the Daz Hale Book of Jokes that does not got in there. What's on your show today?
Okay.
I'm guessing it's football.
It is football. Some huge
man.
games today. So from midday, we'll be building up to Sunderland Villa, which we'll have live on FM. Albion Stoke, which will be on DAB. Brighton Wolves on DAB as well. And we've got Blues Huddersfield, Walsall MK Don. So amongst the things we're talking about today, I want you to tell me, who was your first sporting hero?
Ozzy Ardiles.
Was he?
Yeah, he was,
Ozzy.
actually.
Yeah, he was fabulous. Because he was manager of West Bromwich Albion for a while as well. And he was on the Chas and Dave song with the boys from Tottenham.
What was the Tottenham's? Why did Tottenham? No one could stop them. We're gonna do it like we did last year.
I don't know, I can't remember. And also, because spring is upon us, your weather-themed footballers. So, for example, there's Dwight Gale at Crystal Palace. So your weather-themed footballers and your first sporting hero as well. And being as Grace is here, she's going to tell a joke on the radio.
Fantastic, Daz. I look forward to that. I'm sure. Get out. Last 5 minutes of the show. If you want to give us a call, 03453 009956.
Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a
Daz is coming up soon. Don't panic, dear listener, don't panic. Let's squeeze in William. Good morning, William.
Hi, Joe. Driving into city centre on the A38. Woman driver was looking at her passengers, not the road. This went on for about a mile and she hardly looked at the road. All the time she was looking at her passenger. And then I realised why. They were doing sign language.
Oh, sign language when they would... Oh.
Sign language.
Oh, William, I wish you called up earlier. There's a debate to be had on the show.
Yeah.
Should you... There's the discussion about... surely, if you're not allowed to use your mobile phone while you're driving, you shouldn't be allowed to use sign language while you're driving. You shouldn't be allowed, should you, William?
Well, she was not looking... She was not... she was not looking at the road, and B, she wasn't holding the steering wheel.
Thank you very much indeed, William. Oh, hey! Rip-off. If you can't use a mobile phone when you're driving, which requires one hand, you shouldn't be allowed... Oh, I wish you'd called in earlier, William. That'd have got him angry. You shouldn't be allowed to do sign language while you're... Obviously. Jay says, Ian, listening to that call with Alan has made my weekend. Oh, that was about an hour ago. If you missed it you go and listen to it on the iPlayer. It was very funny. Alan singing the theme tune to Minder. Oh, and rip-offs. We've been asking about rip-offs. Okay, we've had a good list. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, football tops, trainers. Someone suggested Christmas. I'm not having that. I love Christmas. 30 pence to go to the toilet in New Street Station. Well, they've got to pay for it somehow, haven't they? It's impressive. It's impressive, the station. 30 pence to have a wee. Ian, you didn't give me a chance to tell you about my dad and his starting pistol. Well, we can have that next week if you want. And I can't read that joke about the penis transplant, I'm afraid. That would be highly inappropriate. Ian, the best theme tune is Hawaii 5-0. Yeah, that was a good theme tune. Yeah. Again, men of a certain age, me and Daz, quickly squeeze Bev on. Just whack her straight through. Men of a certain age, as soon as you hear the words Hawaii 5-0, we start rowing like good uns. Just whack her through, Marky Mark, otherwise we won't have time. No? Oh, she's phoning up to complain, is she? OK, right, fine. Fair enough. You can't win them all. Listen, that's it, kids. That's your lot. Here every Friday... between what time are we on a Friday? 2 and 4, and Saturday between 10 and 12. If you want to get in touch with me in the intervening days, you're more than welcome. You can follow me on Twitter at Iain Lee, or you can send me an email if you want, ian.lee@bbc.co.uk, ian.lee@bbc.co.uk. You might have some suggestions for stuff you want to hear in the show, or for stuff that we should be talking about, or if you just want to email me and tell me you think I'm absolutely rubbish, then you're more than welcome to do that. Yeah, what I'm doing here is called filling, because I forgot we've got all new bits of music and beds and stuff, Daz. And so gets complicated. There's no minute talk.
Does that?
I've got to go straight into it.
Does that?
If you're trying to talk to me, I can't hear you.
Okay.
Dad's coming up in a bit. Before that, though, let's get the news. Here's Alice.
Good afternoon. A powerful cyclone struck the island of Vanuatu in the Pacific Ocean in what the United Nations is calling one of the worst ever disasters to hit the region. 8 people are confirmed dead, with many more unaccounted for. Speaking at a UN conference in Japan, Vanuatu's President Baldwin Lonsdale appealed for help.
I'm speaking with you today with a heart that is so heavy